Let's say I'm in the key of A and I'm playing up here in my minor pentatonic scale. If I want to go to my 4 chord, I can come back down here and I can play a D, but I can take this C7 shape and I can move it up 2 frets, so now I'm on the 3rd fret, and this makes a D7, so it's less movement that I have to go in order to go all the way back to play an open chord. Or likewise, say you're playing in C, so you're up here on the 8th fret playing in your pentatonic shape, and I want to play an F7th. I don't want to have to come all the way back down here. So once again, I was on the 8th fret, I can just move down 2 frets and make this C7th shape, and now I get an F7th because I've moved that C7th shape up to here. Now another thing to keep in mind is that, say you're playing your 4 chord here, your 5th chord, or in this case if we're in C, our G chord, is just 2 frets up. So if I was playing my C bar chord, I go to my 4 chord by playing the C7th shape, down 2 frets. I go back to my C. I can play my G7th right here, and then my 4 chord again, and back to C. So I really never have to leave this spot in order to play all of my chords. The other thing that I use this C7th shape for a lot that you probably should think about incorporating is, let's just stay in C for a minute. When I go to my 4 chord, when I go to this F7th, I don't always just leave it right there. A lot of times I'll slide it in from 1 fret underneath. So and that gives a really interesting feel, especially like if you're playing rhythm or playing lead. This just gives kind of an extra little bit of flavor to whatever you're playing. The same thing can be said if you go to your 5 chord, or in this case the G7th, go down to your 4, and back to C. And then we can do our, so you can see how these kind of start connecting together, these little chordal ideas. So I was in C, I went to my 4 chord using my C7th shape, back to my C, my 5th chord, down to my 4 chord, and back to C, and now I'm going to use this D7th shape coming up here to the 11th and 12th fret. That makes my C7, and I can walk this down back to my C shape. So you see these start connecting together, and you can start utilizing all of these into, songs, and even be playing lead inside of them.